I've got some big reading plans for 2023, and these two boxes are a large part of them. Welcome to Mad on Books, where I talk about fantasy mostly, science fiction sometimes, and comics occasionally. Today it's an unboxing. This is probably by page count, not necessarily by number of books, but by page count, the largest book haul I've ever had. And it was inspired by a friend who did a video recently. We'll get to that later. And I was watching it and I was like, you know, I've read those books, but they're really, really, really good. And I would like to reread them. And I've been thinking about making 2023 the year of the reread. And I've already agreed to join the A Song of Ice and Fire read-along, for me, also a reread. And I'm rereading The Malazan Book of the Fallen. So I thought, why not add another really big series to that? Once we do the unboxing, stay around. I would like to do a read-along for the books that are in these boxes. And I'm inviting everyone watching to join. And I've already talked to a couple of other booktubers. There will probably be a few people joining. I'd like to do live discussions and reviews together, that kind of thing. So stick around for the read-along announcement. But for now, let's open the boxes. What's the point of having a sword, except for this? So, what is in the boxes now that they're opened? Let's have a look. Oh, there's quite a lot of packaging. This is a secondary thing. This is the Canticle for Leibowitz, or A Canticle for Leibowitz, by Walter Miller. It's a classic science fiction post-apocalyptic novel that I would like to read. But this is, like I said, a secondary thing that I just sort of threw in there with all the other things. The video is not really about this, although it's an amazing book and also a reread for me. What it's about is these books. If you recognize this book, you can imagine what's in both of these boxes. But let's keep going. More. And more. And more. And more. And some more. And yet more. That's one more. Thanks, Book Depository, for the bookmark. Before you accuse me of shilling for Book Depository, I'd love to shill for Book Depository, but I paid for all of this. One box down. More. And more. And more. Oh, chunky. And more. And more. Another chunky. Damn, that's a chunky trilogy. And another one. And another one. And I even got the novella and the short story collection. That's right. This is a box, or two boxes, containing all of the Realm of the Elderlings books. I've read all of them, I think, except the last trilogy already once, but it's been a really long time. And I wanted to get this beautiful edition of all of them that they match. So I was thinking about only buying the first trilogy, which I actually have back there in the deluxe editions. I was thinking about just getting the Farseer trilogy, but I wanted paperbacks. I'm weird about my special editions. I buy them more to collect. I don't really buy them to read because it makes me nervous that you're going to damage them or ruin how good they look. But these editions, I think, are absolutely beautiful with gold foil, with very nice designs and calligraphy on the front. And they all look really good on the shelf together with all the spines. So here's the plan. Starting in January, I am going to read the Farseer trilogy, which is these three. I don't know if they're in the right order. In this order. So Assassin's Apprentice in January, and then Royal Assassin in February, and then Assassin's Quest in March. Then, if you don't know Realm of the Elderlings, it is 4 trilogies and 1 quartet. So it's pretty ambitious to take them all on, and a lot of them are very chunky, but this will probably keep me going well into 2024. Third is the Mad Ship trilogy, again in the wrong order. That's the right order. So Ship of Magic, and then the Mad Ship, and then Ship of Destiny. Again, I just love these covers with the foil and the nice typography, and they look so gorgeous lined up next to each other. Then it's time for Tawny Man, which is also a trilogy. Fool's Errand, The Golden Fool, and Fool's Fate. Those 3. Then the Rainwild Chronicles, which are Dragon Keeper, Dragon Haven, City of Dragons, and Blood of Dragons. These 4, that's the quartet. And last but not least, the ones I haven't actually read, or at least I think I haven't read any of these, are, and these deserve a special look all of their own because they've got foil, but like a wall, rough sort of wall texture with the foil. They're absolutely gorgeous. Fool's Assassin, Fool's Quest, and then Assassin's Fate, which ends the Realm of the Elderlings. Just gorgeous with this sort of patinaed copper look and the foil. Wow, I couldn't be more excited to read these. I also got these. Yeah, The Inheritance is a short story collection set in the world of the Realm of the Elderlings, and The Wolf Princess and the Piebald Prince is a novella. I'm going to tag Derry in this because I'm actually not sure when it makes sense in this chronology to read these. So Derry, let me know in the comments, or Scott, or any of you big Realm of the Elderlings fans. I've never read these before, so I'm not sure exactly where they belong. So if you take 16 books and you do 1 a month, you can calculate yourself where I will be in what month. I'm committing to at least the goal of reading 1 a month until I've finished all of them. So if you've already read the Farseer trilogy, for example, you could join me with the Live Ship Traders if you haven't read it, or if you want to read it again, you could join me there in April. And then 3 months later, the Tawny Man trilogy. And then 3 months later, the Rainwild Chronicles. And then 4 months later, the Fitz and the Fool trilogy. And at some point, the novella and the short stories. We'll see where I fit those in. Hi, this is Later Matt. I was so excited to get my Robin Hobb into the shelf that I tripped over a cable and smashed the light you see in the background. Sometimes no longer. It's usually over there. Yeah, it fell over and glass went everywhere, and spent a little time cleaning it up. But I moved all of my mythology and history and heraldry into the living room. So now Robin Hobb has pride of place on my shelf. Moved the Paul Auster collection up a little bit over there. And yeah, but really the reason I wanted to film this is I forgot when I was first recording to mention the videos that inspired this video and this purchase. Those are, one, if Robin Hobb is the queen of fantasy, then Derry from Derry's Read It Before is the queen of Robin Hobb. And she had a super emotional, very touching video where some friends of hers sent her all of Robin Hobb, just like I just unboxed, as a surprise. She didn't know she was getting it. And she cried. It was very sweet. And when I saw that, I was like, I'd like to have all of Robin Hobb. But I thought, yeah, it's a bit big. And then Josh, my friend at Red Fury Books, all of these videos and channels will be linked below. Josh did a discussion with a bunch of people about Realm of the Elderlings when he finished it. And I thought, first, I really want to have all of those books because I've been out of the habit of buying physical books and I'm slowly collecting them. And I have this amazing, huge new shelf. Go back and look at my bookshelf tour. Yeah, they were discussing it and I missed the Realm of the Elderlings. I missed Fitz Chivalry Farseer. I missed Night Eyes. I missed everything about Realm of the Elderlings. So those were the videos that inspired me to do this video. So big excitement and big invitation to join me for a read-along. I'm really looking forward to having these all lined up together on my shelf. I'm really looking forward to even more reading them, and I would love to have people to chat to about it. I would invite people who want to discuss the books and read along. Leave me a comment down below saying, yes, I want to read along. And join the Grimoire Discord. I will link down in the description to get a read-along channel going there. I'll talk to the Grimoire guys and let's read these amazing books together. If you've never read Robin Hobb, they are admittedly slower than a lot of fantasy novels, but there is nobody I know of in fantasy, and I've read a lot of fantasy, there is nobody I know of who writes characters better than Robin Hobb. So if you're a character-focused reader, you will love these books. I more or less guarantee it. If you don't love the Farseer trilogy, some people don't, you will definitely love the Live Ship Traders. But I recommend to anyone who wants to read Realm of the Elderlings not to skip Farseer because there's a lot of stuff that connects to other things. Just as an overview, Farseer is the son of a bastard of a king who gets trained to be the court assassin. And he's not an edgelord, shadow and dagger kind of assassin. He's a much more strategic, intelligent assassin. And he's one of the main characters through a lot of these books, not all of them. The Live Ship Traders goes to a different place in the same world, has mostly different characters, and has to do with ships that are conscious because they're magic, and the families who own them and use them as trading vessels. It's much more than that, and it's an amazing character story. The 20-man trilogy goes back to some of the characters from the first trilogy and is awesome. George R.R. Martin said, "It's fantasy as it ought to be written," famously. The Rainwell Chronicles, which is the quartet, comes after the 20-man trilogy and goes to a totally different place and a totally different group of characters, although there is some overlap in some places. And then it all comes back to the original characters again, mostly, but not only, I think, in the Fitz and the Fool trilogy. Fitz is the assassin from the first trilogy. So obviously I'm pretty sure it has something to do with him, but I haven't read these. I'm so looking forward to it, and I hope you would like to join me. Other than that, as always, hope you're well. Keep reading awesome books, and I'll see you next time.